Morgan, Morgan, now that the war is over and we won, we should probably have a celebration or something. What do you think of that?
I can't.
What? What do you mean you can't? What can't you do?
I can't stay here. I can't. I have to fear.
What? You have to fear? Are you talking about that stupid spin-off show? You need to stay on this show, Morgan. Morgan.
I told you, man. I have to fear.
Morgan.
I have to go. We're filming tomorrow. I have to fear. I have to fear!
Morgan. Wait. Morgan. 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 Morgan.
Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and I just wanted to make a quick video about my thoughts on the Walking Dead crossover reveal. So, yeah, I'm disappointed. It should have been Abraham. For me, it should have been Abraham. It was possible for it to be. I think Abraham makes more sense all around because Abraham came from Texas, and the characters in Fear the Walking Dead's, some of the characters, they said something about going to Texas, or Houston, Texas, but it would have made more sense for Abraham because, I mean, I do love Morgan, but Abraham's my favorite character in all of television. And when he died on The Walking Dead, that really devastated me, and I still haven't moved on from it. I'm pretty much scarred for life now that he's dead. It's not something I'm never gonna feel the same way about the show. There was a lot of characters that died that I really connected to, but when they killed Abraham, that was just kind of a done deal. And putting him in Fear of the Walking Dead would have been a way to kind of make up for it, to kind of bring him back to life in a way, and to at least give the actor, you know, more story, more screen time, more exposure, more funny lines of dialogue. I think he was open to coming back, and the fact that a lot of people predicted it and a lot of people were hoping that it would be Abraham, and a lot of people were excited for it. I think it was something that, you know, if they had said Abraham on the Talking Dead last night, I think a lot of people would have been happy. It might have been predictable, but people would have been happy about it. It was only predictable because so many people wanted it. It wasn't predictable because people thought it was just the most obvious choice. It kind of was the most obvious choice, but in a good way. And it should have been Abraham. And I mean, this was his last chance. This was Michael Cudlett's last chance to be a part of the Walking Dead franchise. I mean, sure, they can bring him back in a flashback or as a ghost or something for like one episode, but so what? If they put him in Fear the Walking Dead, he could have been the main cast. I mean, that he had like a year and a half before he met Rick's group. They could have figured something out. For Morgan, it's just that like he's still alive in the show right now. I just feel like Morgan belongs on The Walking Dead, not Fear the Walking Dead. You know, he could have just stayed on The Walking Dead. You know, I think that would have been better. And basically, Morgan, I really like Morgan, and I really like the actor, but he's pretty much the last character left that I really like that's still alive on The Walking Dead. And that Talking Dead thing that they did last night with the actor, that's making me think that Morgan might be dying this season. I've been thinking that for a long time, and I was just starting to hope that maybe he wasn't going to die. I was just starting to hope that maybe he was going to survive season 8 and go to season 9. But the way Lenny James was like, I'm leaving the cast, I'm saying goodbye to the cast, and then both Lenny James and Melissa McBride on the Talking Dead, they looked like they were holding back tears, and they both looked like they were really upset. And it really seems like Morgan is leaving The Walking Dead, and that season 8 will be his last season. And I'm really kind of upset about that, because I don't want Morgan to die on The Walking Dead. And if he does die, then like that's just about it for me. That's about it for me in the show, because Morgan's the last character I really like that's left. I mean, they've killed off all the other characters I really like. I really like Tyrese, Herschel, Merle, T-Dog, Beth, Abraham. Just every character that I really liked has died. And, Morgan was like their last chance. And I just felt like they could have easily kept him in season 9. They could have easily done it. I really wanted to see Morgan deal with the Whisperers. And, I feel like Morgan could have been a part of the Kingdom during season 9, and I don't know, like I got really upset about this last night, but today, I've had some time to calm down and think clearly, and I guess I should hold on to hope that Morgan does not die, because there is a chance that he does not die in season 8, even if he's not a part of season 9, even if he's not a part of the main cast. It's possible that Morgan, at the end of the season, is just like, he's doing a lot of messed up stuff right now, and he's angry, and he's kind of going back and forth between being crazy Morgan, and maybe he just wants to get away from everyone, and he tells Rick, look, the war's over, you don't need me anymore, I need to do some soul searching, I need to go off and just find my way again. And that's how Morgan ends up in Fear the Walking Dead. The problem with that is that in season 4, I think with season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead, it's about a year, maybe less than a year, maybe 6 months into the apocalypse. I'm not sure what the exact timeline is, but I know with Walking Dead, it's supposed to be like 2.5 years into the apocalypse, which makes no sense because Carl went from being a 10-year-old to a 20-year-old, and he looks like he went from a 10-year-old to a 20-year-old, but we're supposed to believe that The Walking Dead has only been 2.5 years into the apocalypse. So with Morgan, to be in Fear the Walking Dead after season 8, it would have to be, a year, 2 years later. So they would have to do a time jump that massive in Fear the Walking Dead. And Ronnie Hayes said in his video last night that if they have Fear the Walking Dead go all the way up to the current timeline of The Walking Dead, so that Morgan can go to the show after season 8, so that Morgan can be in Fear the Walking Dead after All Out War, after that timeline, the whole prequel aspect would have failed, because that was like the main aspect. The main appeal of Fear the Walking Dead was that it was the prequel. It was about how things started. But I just don't know if I care. I mean, that show has failed in so many ways anyway. Does it really matter if they do a time jump or not? We've had 3 seasons of the beginning of the apocalypse. A time skip would be fine. I don't care if Fear the Walking Dead catches up to The Walking Dead. And it could be that since Morgan was kind of... I think he lost his son early on during the apocalypse. And then Rick met him one time a year into the apocalypse. That was season 3, the episode Clear. That was about a year, a little over a year into the apocalypse. So, Morgan is in his little house with all his traps. So it's possible between when he first meets Rick in The Walking Dead and when Rick sees him in the episode Clear, that's about 12, 13, 14 months. So during that time, it's possible that crazy Morgan traveled all that distance and met with the Fear the Walking Dead characters, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I mean, Ronnie Hayes said that it was like it's like 1,000-mile walk. So, you know, that's with a bunch of walkers running around. You know, that's pretty hard to believe unless some Fear of the Walking Dead characters went really close to where Morgan is. Maybe they travel and they go to where Rick, where the prison is, or I guess not where the prison is, but they go to where Morgan's house was, and where Rick's house was. They go to that area, and Morgan tries to kill them. Like, this is back with Crazy Morgan. But I don't know. The main thing for me is that I don't want Morgan to die. If Morgan dies, that's pretty much it for me with The Walking Dead, the main show, because Morgan's the last character on the main show that I like that's left. And I'm just tired of my favorite characters dying. I'm just tired of them getting wiped out. It's like, I get it, characters you like need to die, but why do all of them have to die? You know, why can't there just be one? Like, that's all I'm asking for, is one character. And Morgan's the last character I like. And, you know, he's been on the show since literally the first episode. So I think there's something interesting about, like, keeping him and Rick alive until the end of the show. Like, having it start with them two and maybe having it end with them two. With them two alive. Maybe not starting with them two, but, you know, they're the last two and they live all the way. I think that would be kind of cool to have, like, the last episode be like Andrew Lincoln and Lenny James, and they're just like drinking a beer or something, and they're like, well, this started with us and we're still here. This is fucked. You know, I just think a lot of people have been, like, theorizing that Morgan will die this season, but that's the thing. Everyone's been everyone's been theorizing that Morgan will die since season 6. You know, a lot of people thought he would get the Lucille death. A lot of people thought he would die in season 7. And I was really hoping that Morgan survives season 8, because it's like the ultimate trick. It's like the ultimate twist. Like, all those Morgan dies theorists, you know, they're just blown away, because a lot of them did not think Morgan would make it to season 9. You know, like I said, some people thought he would die in season 6. So, if Morgan goes to, if he travels and he meets up with Fear the Walking Dead characters, fine. I kind of wish he would stay on The Walking Dead, or if it's like a prequel, then fine. But if it's like a prequel Morgan, then that probably means that he's going to die on The Walking Dead, because, like I said, on The Talking Dead, Lenny James and Melissa McBride, they were acting like he was leaving the show. And Lenny James, he pretty much said he was leaving the show. He said, I'm leaving, you know, I have to say goodbye to the cast, you know. And Melissa McBride was, like, crying. And, like, if Morgan dies in season 8, why are they spoiling it? We're on episode 6. So, like, why are they spoiling that Morgan dies? You know, why are they giving us that information? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's the main thing. You know, if Morgan dies, I'm not going to forgive the franchise, and I'm probably just, like, going to be really turned off, and I'm probably going to just stop watching, like, both shows, because I'm already pissed off at Fear the Walking Dead. For some of the characters that it killed off in season 3. Not going to go into that. But, like, The Walking Dead, you know, like, I don't forgive them for killing Abraham. You know, I'm just being a dedicated member of the audience that's still watching, because I don't want to be that guy that leaves over a character. But Morgan's the last one that I like, and I think his story is not over yet. I think, you know, everyone says that, you know, characters have to die, like, for their story to end, you know, and it's like, I mean, I guess, but, you know, Morgan's story is not over. If they can keep Daryl and Carol on the main cast for 8-9 years, they can keep Morgan on the main cast for 9 years. Why can't they? I think Morgan's a lot more interesting than Daryl growling and getting covered in dirt over and over and doing angry shit, you know, like he's doing right now. I mean, I think Morgan's more interesting. I want him to survive. I just think he should be one of the survivors. He should be one of the characters that survives. I mean, he's already been one of the characters that survives for a really long time, and if they kill him off, then that's just pretty much going to destroy my relationship with The Walking Dead. I know that's kind of a controversial thing to say, but Morgan was like the last chance for the show, like to keep him alive, and if they're killing him off and then just shoving him in Fear the Walking Dead as like a prequel to show crazy Morgan, I just think that's lame. And it should have been Abraham. You know, it should have been Abraham. Abraham made 100 times more sense. But like I said, the main thing is if Morgan dies, then I'm just going to be turned off by the show, and I'm just not going to care anymore. And I'm probably going to just stop watching The Walking Dead. I'm definitely going to stop watching Fear the Walking Dead. You know, with The Walking Dead, I might just keep up with like the best parts. You know, like I might watch like the best scene of the episode on YouTube, but that's it. They've lost me as a fan if they kill him off, because he's just the last one I like. And I'm not asking for $1 million. I just want the last character that I like to live. You know, and I've stuck with the show for 8 years, so I want the last character I like to make it. And I think Morgan still has story. But if they don't kill him off, then I'll give it a chance. You know, I'll see what they're gonna do. I just hope it makes sense, timeline wise, character wise. I hope it all makes sense and it all comes together logically. But yeah, that's my stance on this. If Morgan actually dies in season 8, and that's why he's in Fear, then that's stupid. And I'm pretty much done watching both shows. If Morgan dies, he's the last one I like that's not dead. So I'm just like, what's the point? And if Morgan lives, then I'll give it a chance. I'll see what they're gonna do. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't be shy, hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I try to make a couple of Walking Dead videos a day. We are at 262 subscribers. I'm still working on my celebration video for the 250 subscribers. But yeah, please hit that subscribe button. I'm really happy with how things are going. Let's just keep this community of people expanding. I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you very much. And I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.